Hello students, this is part 2 video, again a diagram special where we will discuss diagram based question from chapters 7 to 9. These are again your first term syllabus chapters. Question number 1. Identify the following simple epithelial tissues and select the correct option. Figure A is squamous epithelium made of single thin layer of flattened cells. Figure B is of cuboidal epithelium composed of single layer of cube-like cells. Figure C, columnar epithelium composed of single layer of tall and cylinder cells, and figure D is columnar cells bearing cilia, or you can say it is ciliated columnar cells. So, correct match is option B, A squamous, B cuboidal, C columnar and D ciliated columnar. Question 2. Read the following statements and find out how many of these are related to given figure. The given figure is of compound epithelium. Now, see the statements written about it. Statement A, it is multi-layered epithelium. B, it has limited role in secretion and absorption. C, its main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stresses. And D, they cover the dry surface of skin, moist surface of buccal cavity and pharynx. All these four statements are true about the given figure of compound epithelium. So here correct answer is A, mark A. Question 3. The four figures A, B, C and D given below represent four different types of animal tissues. Which one of these is correctly identified in the given options along with its correct location and function? See the option A. Tissue B is glandular epithelium. They are unicellular, isolated glandular cells, goblet cells found in intestine and help in secretion. This is the correct answer. So here mark A as a correct answer. Now do the correction in other options also. Option B, tissue C is of dense regular connective tissue where collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fibers. Its location is ligament and function is to attach bone to bone. Also, it is found in tendons which attach muscles with bones. Now come to option C. Tissue D is of cardiac muscle located in heart and help in heart contraction. Option D. Tissue A is of columnar epithelium located in lining of stomach and intestine and help in secretion and absorption. Question 4. Given is the diagrammatic sketch of a certain type of connective tissue. Identify the parts labeled as A, B, C and D and select the correct option. The given figure is of areolar tissue where A is macrophage, B fibroblast, C collagen fibers and D mast cells. So here correct match is option A, mark A. Question 5. Given figures 1 and 2 show two specialized connective tissue. Identify the figures 1 and 2 and the parts labeled as A and B. Figure 1 is of cartilage and figure 2 is of bone, and labeling A in the cartilage is collagen fibers and B cartilage cell or chondrocyte. So here correct answer is option A, mark A. Question 6. Identify the following cells in a specialized connective tissue. These are the cells found in fluid connective tissue, blood, where A are RBC or red blood cells, B are WBC or white blood cells and C are platelets. So correct match is C, mark C. Question 7. Go through the following figures. Identify these muscles A, B and C. A are skeletal muscles which are striated, unbranched and voluntary in function. B are smooth muscles which tapers at both ends and do not have striations and are involuntary in function. C. Cardiac muscles. These are also striated but branched and involuntary in function. So here correct match is option C, mark C. Question 8. Refer to the given figures showing two types of glands. Which of the following statements regarding these glands is not correct? Figure P is simple branched saccular gland and figure Q is showing compound tubulosaccular gland. Both these are multicellular exocrine glands, pour secretion through ducts. Sebaceous glands present in human skin are simple branched saccular glands or acinar glands, means they are of P type, while compound tubulosaccular glands or tubuloacinar glands as shown in figure Q are present in salivary glands. They are not present in Brunner's glands of human intestine and sweat glands of human skin. So here statement C is incorrect. So mark C as a correct answer. Question 9. This is ultrastructure of plant cell. Identify parts A, B, C and D in the given figure of plant cell. A is plasma membrane, B chloroplast, C mitochondria and D Golgi complex. So here correct match is option A, mark A. Question 10. This is ultrastructure of an animal cell. Here also you have to identify A, B, C and D. In this figure, A is plasma membrane, B nucleus, C mitochondria and D Golgi complex. So here correct match is option A, mark A. Question 11. Identify the components labeled as A, B, C and D in the given figure of cell membrane from the list 1 to 7 given along with and select the correct option. The given figure is of fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane where A is number 1 sugar, B is number 2 protein, C is number 3 lipid bilayer and D is number 4 integral protein. So here correct matching of components is option A. Mark A as a correct answer. Question 12. Select the option with correct labeling of given structure of Golgi apparatus. A are flat disc shaped cisternae stacked parallel to each other. B is a vesicle. C is concave trans or maturing phase and D is convex cis or forming phase. So here correct answer is option A, mark A. Question 13. Who coined the term for the given figure? The given figure is of mitochondria. Mitochondria often referred to as the powerhouse of the cell, and the term mitochondria was coined by Carl Benda in 1898. The word mitochondria comes from Greek word where the word mitos means thread and the word chondro means granule or grain like. So here correct answer is option B, mark B as a correct answer. Question 14. Identify A and B in the given figure and select the correct option. Given figure is the sectional view of chloroplast where thylakoids are stacked together to form granum and thylakoids of various grana are connected together by stroma lamella. So here in the figure A is stroma lamella and B granum. So here mark B as a correct answer. Question 15. Which of the following is correct for the given figure? Given figure is the diagrammatic representation of internal structure of cilia. The cilia are small structures which work like oars. It is covered with plasma membrane and its core is called the axoneme, possesses number of microtubules running parallel to the long axis. So, all these given three statements are correct about the given figure of cilia. So, here mark D as a correct answer, all of these. Question 16. Which of the following is correct regarding the given figure? The figure is of a chromosome having two chromatids joined together by a centromere, and on the sides of centromere, disc-shaped structures called kinetochores are present, and chromosome has 4 arms. So here the correct match is option B. Number of centromere 1, number of kinetochore 2, and number of arms 4. So mark B as a correct answer. Question 17. Identify the correct match between types of chromosomes and their description. Here, types of chromosomes are given based on the position of centromere. Chromosome A, metacentric, it has centromere located at the middle. B, submetacentric, it has centromere slightly away from the middle. C, acrocentric, it has centromere almost near to the tip. And D, telocentric, it has centromere at the tip. So, correct option is D. A matches with 3, B matches with 4, C matches with 2, and D matches with 1. Question 18. Which of the following options correctly identifies the structural formulae shown in figure? In figure A, it is the formula of glucose and B is the formula of ribose. Both glucose and ribose are carbohydrates. Glucose is a hexose sugar having 6 carbon atoms, while ribose is a pentose sugar having 5 carbon atoms. So here correct answer is option C. Question 19. Identify the amino acids given below and select the correct option. Amino acids are organic compounds containing an amino group NH2, an acidic group COOH, hydrogen, and a variable group R. If R is methyl group or CH3, it is alanine as given in formula 1. If it is hydrogen, H as in formula 2, it is glycine, and if it is hydroxymethyl CH2OH, then it is serine as given in formula 3. So, correct option is B. 1 is alanine, 2 glycine, and 3 serine. So, mark B as a correct answer. Question 20. Recognize the figure and find out the correct match. Figure A is the secondary structure of protein while B is the tertiary structure of protein. So here correct option is C, mark C. Question 21. What does A represent in the given diagram of a nucleotide? Nucleotide is formed by combination of pentose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate group. When nitrogen base attached to sugar, nucleoside is formed. And when phosphate group is also found esterified to the sugar, they are called as nucleotides. The bond between the phosphate group and hydroxyl group of sugar is an ester bond. So here A is an ester bond, so mark C as a correct answer. Question 22. Given molecular formula belongs to which of the following groups of biomolecules? This is the formula of triglycerides where 3 fatty acids R1, R2 and R3 are attached to a glycerol molecule. So, correct answer is option D, mark D. Question 23. Given structural formula is correctly identified along with its related function by which of the following options? The given formula is of cholesterol, which is most abundant steroid in the animal tissue. It is an essential component of animal plasma membrane as it regulates the fluidity of membrane. So here correct answer is option A, cholesterol, a component of animal cell membrane. So mark A as a correct answer. Question 24. Here also identify the formula and relate it with its function. This formula is of lecithin. Some lipids have phosphorus or phosphorylated organic compound in them and are called as phospholipids. They are found in cell membrane and lecithin is one of the example of it. So here mark B as a correct answer. Question 25. Identify formulae A and B. These two are heterocyclic carbon compounds containing nitrogen. They are nitrogen bases. Formula A is of adenine, a purine base, and formula B is of uracil, a pyrimidine base. So here mark A as a correct answer. Question 26. The three structural formulae A, B and C are given here. Identify them and select the correct option. A is nitrogenous base adenine. In B, adenine is attached to pentose sugar and form a nucleoside, and this nucleoside is adenosine. In C, adenosine is attached with phosphate group and form adenylic acid or a nucleotide. So here correct answer is option B, mark B as a correct answer. Question 27. Which of the following describes the given graph correctly? See the graph. The energy level of product is less than that of substrate. So, it is an exothermic reaction. One need not supply energy in order to form the product. Also, A in graph is the activation energy required for reaction in the presence of enzyme, and B is the activation energy required in the absence of enzyme. Basically, enzymes lowers the activation energy of the reaction and fasten the rate of reaction. So, correct answer is option D. This graph is showing exothermic reaction with energy A in the presence of enzyme and B in the absence of an enzyme. Question 28. The given graph represents effect of change in various factors on enzymatic activity. Select the option that correctly identifies x-axis and y-axis. Enzymes generally function in a narrow range of temperature and pH. Each enzyme shows highest activity at a particular temperature and pH called optimum temperature and optimum pH. Here in graph, x-axis is representing pH or temperature, while y-axis is representing enzymatic activity. So, correct answer is option D. Question 29. Which statement best describes the enzyme represented in the graph below? See the graph between temperature and enzyme activity. The enzyme activity is maximum around 35 degrees Celsius. And now check the graph between pH and enzyme activity. Here the enzyme activity is maximum around 8 pH. So correct answer is option A. This enzyme works best at a temperature of 35 degrees Celsius and a pH of 8. Question 30. which one of the following graphs show the relationship between the rate of enzymatic activity and substrate concentration? Graph D is showing the relationship between the rate of enzyme activity and substrate concentration. Here, with the increase in substrate concentration, the velocity of enzyme reaction rises at first, and then reaction ultimately reaches to maximum velocity, which is not exceeded by any further rise in concentration of substrate. So here mark D as a correct answer. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for staying with me. Subscribe the channel to get the information about my new video. Thank you so much.